Shri Sadhguruve Namaha. Am Prithviyai Namaha. Am Adi Yogi Shaya.
There are two fundamental aspects or forces acting within every human being. One is the force of self-preservation. The instinct of self-preservation is constantly striving to build walls of protection around yourself. And the longing to become boundless is constantly striving to push you beyond the boundaries in which you exist. It is these two which are finding variety of expression, either in the form of accumulation or in the form of every kind of desire that one can throw up, is essentially the play of these two forces. Once you make the mistake of identifying yourself with something limited, the instinct of self-preservation wins, hands down, to a point it almost makes it looks like the other force doesn't even exist. So the essence of working towards success in one's sadhana is, all sadhana is essentially aimed towards expanding the limitations, breaking the boundaries of one's energy. When your energies are longing to become boundless, in your thought and emotion, if you're identified with limited things around you, then you will create an unnecessary tussle between the two forces. The secret of success is that these two should become one. Unless these two things become one, you do not have enough energy to break the limitations of the present dimension, to break the boundaries of present dimension, because now whatever you have is split. It is trying to tug you in two different directions. It will become a journey of one step forward, one step backward, one step forward, one step backward. If you're doing one step forward, one step backward, it's very clear you are not intending to go anywhere. Maybe it's good exercise, but you're not intending to go anywhere. Once you're identified with the limitations of your own body, what you refer to as extended body, extensions of your body or family, house, it's not… you should not have them. Having a body and being identified with is different. Similarly, having a family and being identified with it is very different. Once you're identified with it, naturally your whole system works towards building a wall around this identity, not allowing one to expand or to break the barriers of who he is right now. Shankara laments Gate Kanta Dhanagata Chinta, which means once you're identified with your family relationships, you can only naturally think of money and property and this and that. You cannot think of anything else. Don't give yourself the thing, oh yes, I have become like this only because of my family. No, you have not become like this because of your family. Because you're like this, your family has become like that. Don't get it the other way around. It is the way you identify yourself with it, that certain things are happening. Nothing outside of us is a barrier. It is the way we hold it, the way we carry the outside within ourselves is the barrier. If your energies are split, one trying to build walls, another trying to break walls, it is a tussle, it is a wasteful way of living. If you dedicate everything to building walls, at least you may build a great wall of India. I'm sorry, the Chinese have the greatest wall, I think. Or if you put all your energies towards breaking boundaries, that will definitely happen. There are old barriers, walls which were built elsewhere, which may take a little bit of time to break. But the important thing is that you're not building new walls. Old walls can be made to crumble, but the problem is the new walls that are coming up every day. This is not something that you have to do consciously. Once you have a limited identity, everything in you builds walls. There is no other way. So sadhana is pushing you in one way. If your mind is pegged down to limited things, you're unnecessarily creating a tension in the system. So it's very important. It's like you tied up your boat and you're rowing it hard. Good exercise again, but you're not going anywhere. If you untie the rope, even if you do not row, slowly, with the pace of the river at least you will go. Spiritual journey need not be effortful, it just needs to be sensible. But to come to sense, it may take effort sometimes. Need not, but it may. In the yogic system, the time between summer solstice and winter solstice is generally referred to as sadhana pada, particularly between… starting from the Guru Purnima, which is the first full moon after the summer solstice or the southern run of the sun, to the winter solstice or a few days after that till probably 4th of January or 4th or 5th of January, this phase is referred to as sadhana pada or time to do sadhana. At a time, particularly in the northern hemisphere, when sadhana yields its best results. After the 4th or probably 6th of January, this is known as the Kaivalya Pada. That means this is a time to harvest. This is a time to reap the benefits of one's sadhana. You may be studying through the year, but it's at the examination time that it really picks up pace, isn't it? So similarly, this is the time to rev it up a bit. There are many aspects to this, but the most important being the shift in relationship between the sun and the planet has a certain impact on the system. The whole tradition of how to make use of these changes which are happening to our planet, of which we are just a part, to swing with the planet, not against it. The nature of human consciousness is such, you can do things without considering whatever movements that are happening in the natural scape. But that is usually for those who are on the ascetic path. Even they, Adiyogi himself, made changes for the seasons, considered the natural movement of energy and impact that the planet has, and kind of fine-tuned his own sadhana. So it doesn't matter who we are, still it's relevant. The choice is either to swim against the current or with it. It is sensible to go with it. It is not that you cannot swim against it, you can, but unnecessary effort. What could be done with ease if you do it with a lot of difficulty? If I ask you, how much is 2 plus 2? If you go through a great struggle to arrive at the answer, then people will say he is a fool. So whatever can be done with ease, if you do it with great difficulty, that's what it means. It'll pay off in many ways. It is not necessary that in the northern run of the sun, the Uttarayana, this year you're going to get enlightened. Not necessary. But if you could be one notch above where you are right now, that itself is a great blessing. That itself is a tremendous possibility. And that possibility is definitely there for those who really give themselves and learn to ride with the winds, learn to ride with the natural forces which are assisting us in a certain way.
Brahmananda Swarupa Jagatisha Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha